I ran into Josephine Johnson yesterday.
Oh, which Josephine Johnson?
And you know, the town hoe, the one with the mole and the missing leg. Well, she was back from her stay-away Bible camp, but I swear her lady lumps were 3 times bigger.
Well, you know that's true. And it won't be long before her trampy sister with the mustache, you know Pamela Ann, gets hers done too. I declare, them 2 girls are always fighting over the same man.
Like my mama always said, most hens fight over the same cock.
Now, I don't get it.
Oh, Sandy.
Speaking of COCKS, did y'all hear that little cutie pie Jimmy Anders came back on a visit from that liberal school up north? And he brought a friend with him.
Oh, well, that sounds nice. I hope that they enjoyed their visit. Did they get to see the new stoplight?
No, it's not that kind of friend, Sandy.
Well, what other kind of friend is there?
The kind of friend most people would prefer stay in the closet.
Well, that's an awful cramped place to keep a friend.
Oh, Sandy. My goodness. I'm glad I didn't see them by the elementary school. I'd have called the police. How did his sweet old mama take it?
Well, I was at the DMV yesterday, and I ran into Ellie White. You know, the schizophrenic with the chihuahuas. Well, Ellie told me that sweet old Mrs. Anders was real nice and polite on the outside, but on the inside she was about as tore up as a trailer park after a twister.
That poor thing. Well, I hope that handsome preacher Johnson beat some sense into that boy.
Well, that's the oddest thing. Ellie said that Preacher Johnson didn't disparage it. In fact, he said there's nothing wrong with alternatives. Well, that's all I could get out of Ellie before she started arguing with herself and had to go home.
What is this town coming to?
Well, what do you mean? I don't think that there's anything wrong with alternatives.
Now, what would you know about that, Sandy?
Well, when I was a proud member of my high school choir, we went on a singing competition to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We sang an original masterpiece, Sunburn and Enchiladas.
Oh.
We got 6th place.
Oh.
One night, our teacher took us to a seafood restaurant. Merle's Fancy Fishes Stickies. Oh, it was also the first time I ever had a sip of Diet Cola. Mama always said that Diet Cola was the devil's work. I took that one sip and I felt so guilty that the whole world went fuzzy and white. I got up from the table and stumbled outside, and there was this big group of sweaty, muddy people, and before I knew it, I was swept up in them and drug out to a big old field where there was a band playing. Oh, I had never heard the likes of them before. They didn't mention Jesus at all.
Oh, what?
But you know what? I had a perfectly good time. That was the first time I heard alternative music.
We're not talking about alternative music, Sandy. We're talking about alternative lifestyles.
Crafty butchers?
Light loafers?
Cheek stretchers.
What? We offer cheek stretching in our salon.
Oh, Sandy.
We're talking about homos, carpet munchers, cocksuckers. Now, what do you know about that?
After the concert, I went for a walk on the beach with this really nice girl, and she ate my pussy.